Hi, my name is Ganga Narayanan. I work for Telus. Today, I'm going to talk about what I have learned of the three shaping forces of transformation. I have been in the role of an enterprise agile coach at Telus for about 5 years now. And if I had to use a picture to describe my work, I think it would look like this. And over the years, and especially before the pandemic, my days used to look like this: crisscrossing the country every now and then, facilitating training workshops across the country with teams all over the country and overseas. And I was running a number of workshops and facilitating trainings and so on. And over the years, I've learned that there are we could divide the ingredients that shape the transformation journey into three parts, three ingredients that make up a learning organization. And here I'm drawing inspiration from Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. According to Csikszentmihalyi, the renowned psychologist, creativity and innovation in organizations and societies are the products of three shaping forces: the social institution or the field, the domain, which is the body of knowledge, the cultural institutions, and the individuals, the individuals who bring about the change. So we have the field, which is the community or the team, or and the domain, which is an accumulation of knowledge, accumulation of practices and ideas, and the individual who makes the change happen in the field and in the domain. Looking at it through these three shaping forces, this is what our transformation looks like. We some time ago we used to call them we used to call them the three pillars. Now I'm calling them shaping forces because the forces are more dynamic. Pillars are static, but the essence is the same. So this I put together these three as the flywheel. They are constantly in motion. The individuals, the change agents, the enablement champions, these are the people who make the change happen. The field, the community, in the form of communities. Here I'm going to talk about communities and book clubs, the conversations, the ideas that are generated through the community. And the domain, which, where the knowledge gets accumulated and continues to and get continued to build. In this case, I'm going to talk about value stream networks. So it is through these three forces that I'm going to talk about how we went about, what I have learned, what we have learned, and so on. So first thing, enablement champion. I'm using the term enablement champions in a very broad sense. The champions, they could go by different job titles and roles. They could be agile coaches, scrum masters, evangelists, project managers, architects, developers, and so on and so forth. The job titles may vary, but from my experience, what I found is that these are the people who are driven to drive change. They are passionate about what they do. And I love this quote by Jim Collins, where he talks about a level 5 leadership trait, which he says is a paradoxical combination of personal humility and professional will. They are humble about themselves, but they have the grit to succeed. They know they have the will, the indomitable will to do the right thing for the organization. They are passionate about learning. They are passionate about sharing that learning, and they have the thirst to make that difference. So these are the enablement champions, which is the first shaping force. Over the last few years, we have seen different ways of different approaches. We have experimented with different ideas. We have had a lot of conversations and trialed different approaches. For example, up until a few years ago, we had an agile center of excellence. Now we have somewhat gravitated towards a leaner enablement team with a more decentralized team of champions rather than having one pool of center of excellence. I think there's no one best answer, but it's just that maybe a leaner enablement team with a decentralized approach has somewhat worked better, where you have champions in every area and they come together to share their ideas. So that's one approach, one thing that we have gone through. Training versus coaching. There was a time when we were running a lot of training sessions. We had something of an academy. We would have a class of training offerings. We still run training, but not as much as we used to before. So coaching, hands-on support, building the community has taken precedence over a series of trainings. We are also continuing to invest in the internal capabilities, internal skills. So we are building our skills among our teams. We are building our agile coaching capabilities, DevOps capabilities, and so on. So, and that has a much more significant payoff than having to rely on external consultants all the time. Structure versus culture is a debate sometimes we have in the organization. And my observation is that, yes, we need structural alignment in order to enable the cultural transformation. And